How's it going, y'all? Titan Smash MTG, and today we're here with something brand new. This is my first impressions of Magic Legends. Magic Legends is a game I know a lot of people are looking forward to seeing on here. Basically, this is an MMORPG set in the Magic the Gathering universe, where you can select one of 5 different classes here, essentially pertaining to each different color in the color pie of Magic. And basically, you build your character, you summon creatures, you have deck building kind of features in here, but it's a game much like Diablo or Divinity or things of that nature, and you're doing this in the Magic Multiverse. So this video isn't going to be super in-depth about strategies or things with microtransactions or different kind of builds or anything. This is just my overall first impressions. If this is something you all like, I'd be happy to do more because like I'm about to tell you, I'm actually enjoying this game quite a bit. But for now, nothing too in-depth here. I don't want to spoil anything for anyone, but we'll go over my first impressions. Let's go! So we're not going to get too far into here. I don't want to spoil much of anything, so most of the footage you'll be seeing here is from the tutorial and the tutorial only. I want to keep this kind of fresh for everybody who wants to play the game, but still I wanted to break down a few things. So to start it off here, we have character creation. Anybody that's played any of these kind of games, you know character creation is a big deal. Unfortunately, I think this is one of the weaker parts in the game here as far as customizing your character and the look of it. Facial differences are very, very small here. You can change the skin tone of your characters and pretty generic things. You can't do anything spicy, like I want a blue skin or a green skin character. You can't do anything like that. You have your different options for hair and color and that sort of thing, but as a whole, the customization is pretty lacking when it comes to character creation in this game, and that's one thing I really hope they address. I know a lot of people who play these kind of things really enjoy just customizing their character and making them as goofy as possible, and it's really just kind of the bare bones of this, but again, this game's in beta, they can always improve this later on. So as far as gameplay overall from MMORPG, this is actually about what you expect. Really good gameplay here as a whole, and I actually really enjoyed it. It's one of those kind of things where it's simple enough for anybody to pick up, but I can tell as you go on here, especially with the randomness of the deck building, there's going to be a lot of customization in this kind of thing, and a lot of different things you can do to make the gameplay more your own and tailor it to your play style. Now, as a whole in this tutorial, you start off having no spells, you slowly unlock abilities and spells as you go on, and the game does a really good job of pacing you, where it never feels like you're doing things just for the sake of doing them, but at the same time, it never throws you in any situations that are too dangerous either. As you go on, you get more spells, you get more things you can do, and you can meet more people, so the battles get a little bit bigger, scarier, that kind of thing. But yeah, the tutorial lasts around 45 minutes or so, I would say, before you're finally in the open world and ready to kick it off and kick some butt in the Magic Multiverse. They'll only get to play with one class. There's kind of like you can tell there's some consistency to how everyone works. You have your Q and your E here for your main kind of abilities that your Planeswalker has. Eventually you earn more spells that you can play, sorceries and that sort of thing. Everyone seems to get some kind of creature they can summon early on as well. With me being the red mage, I have a big rock golem, so that was pretty cool to summon that and see it smashing in there. One thing I wish they could adjust here is the AI just a little bit. It was really frustrating to see my rock golem or any kind of thing that I summon here really get locked on to just these very small ads. And when I say ads, I mean just the additional creatures, the little bitty baby spiders or little small goblins, that sort of thing. When there's a big behemoth chasing us, trying to kill us down, and I've got to go take care of these small little spiders because my big summon that I wanted to go kick some major butt is too busy trying to stomp us little spider. So hopefully they can adjust the AI a little bit where the things are a little bit smarter and have a little bit more just kind of sense of what's going on in the game so that you can control it that way. As far as performance goes, I was pleasantly surprised for the most part. There's definitely going to be some stutter. Again, this is in beta. That's not surprising to anybody. This is the first day that things are going live here. But as a whole, it actually did run pretty well for me. Now, my graphics card is an NVIDIA 2070, so it's pretty beefy on that aspect. My processor, though, it's an i7, but on the lower end of things, so while it's a decent PC for gaming, not the top of the line here, but honestly, everything handled pretty well, and it's really hard to tell if the stutters came from things just being in early access and the servers being brand new and freshly open, or if it's something to do more with the game. But as a whole, everything ran pretty smoothly, and I was really just pleasantly surprised at how well it ran. Cutscenes, you will see some lag and stutter there, I noticed most of the time, but otherwise, once you were in the gameplay, we could have a lot of enemies on screen, and unless you were firing off a lot of abilities at once, the thing actually ran pretty smooth. Now, at 1 p.m., whenever the servers open for the open beta for everyone, do not be surprised if there's performance issues there and they're stuttering. There's going to be a lot of people ready to get this game on and hype up. Don't be surprised if things don't run the way you want them to, but do take note that from playing this so far, as a whole, I've been pleasantly surprised at how the performance has ran on this game. Now, one thing I'm very curious about on here is the microtransactions, just how free to play this actually is. Anyone that's played an MTG Arena, you know that even though it's marketed as a free to play game, that is obviously not the case if you want to do anything competitive with it. Curious to see how this is because this is marketed that way as well. But they've got those little microtransactions built in there and different kind of currencies. We'll be really interested to see if this is actually free to play or if you really need to start digging some money in this to make some progress. I'm really hoping for the former and this is actually a free to play game and you can just put microtransactions in there if you want to. But we've been got by these kind of things before, and it's definitely something I'll have my eyes open for. So I know you may be looking for some more in-depth information, and that's something I'm happy to give in the future, but as of now, I just want to give my very early takes on this game and just kind of early thoughts. If this is something you're interested in, please let me know, because I'd be interested in doing some content on this. Being mostly a Magic the Gathering Arena channel, we don't really play games like this, but they've also not existed. So if this is something that you want, please let me know in the comments if you're interested, and I'd be happy to play. Maybe my friends and I do some playthroughs, that kind of thing. Let me know. But as a whole, I think this game has a lot of potential. There seems to be enough customization there to make this one of those things, again, where it's kind of easy to jump into, but it can have some more customization to tailor it to your own needs, tailor it to your play style, and make it something that's more fitting to you and how you play these kind of games. So, hope you all enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Peace out, y'all. Let's go.